Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss how the only thing that truly matters as a man is your mission. Now, some of you have been with me for a long time, others of you are very new. Whether you've been with me for a long time or whether you're new, the message will always remain the same. I simply want to ingrain in your brain that you as a man were born with a superpower. Now, one part of me is saying superpower because, I'm being a little dramatic, but the other side has witnessed and practiced this power so much that it's damn near magic at this point, and it really is a superpower. So what is that? It's simply your ability to create anything that you want as a man so long as you are able to invest time, attention, energy into whatever it is that you want. I can start off very simple and I can go very complicated. But what I want to do before that is I want to tell you why this is extremely important as a man, and then I want to show you real world examples of how you're able to do this today to start changing your worldview and getting the things that you ultimately want out of life. So why is this important? If you take a man and you isolate him, you give him no social interactions, no friends, no girlfriend, not even online friends. You take away his purpose, you take away his job, you take away anything that has remotely to do with a shred of fulfillment, right? What you end up getting is a man with depression. And I know a lot of you guys have suffered with this personally, whether right now or in your past, to where you lived a life completely opposite of that which you want. And the only thing that you were able to get out of it, the only thing that you were able to manifest into your reality is severe depression and a whole lot of other pain that only you and your creator know about. But I'm here to tell you that the only reason why you are feeling this pain, the only reason why you're doing these things is simply because you've allowed other people to hijack your superpower, and they've been using it for their personal gain and kick back you pennies. That is ultimately why you are feeling the way that you are feeling. So let me go ahead and say that the reason why the reason why we as men need it is because it gives us purpose. It gives us fulfillment. What better life to live than to live the life that you want? That's kind of a bar. What better life to live than the life that you want? And so ultimately, when I say that you live the life that you want, a lot of people usually take it to the extreme, or it's so far-fetched to them, their personal belief, that they actually don't believe me, okay? Now, that's completely your choice. As a man, you're able to make your own decisions and have your own thought process and own beliefs. But what I'm going to do right now, for those of you who are locked into this, who will understand exactly what it is that I'm saying, I want to give you real-world examples of what it is that I'm talking about. Now, I'll say this can get as complicated as you want it to be, and it can be as simple as you want it to be. But understand, the more simple that you make it, the more simple it will be, okay? But just because something is simple doesn't mean that it's not going to take its respective amount of time. So let me give you guys an example. If you're a type of person who you want to get into shape, right? The only thing that you have to do to get into shape is invest time, attention, and energy into getting in shape. And voila, over time, you're going to get in shape. Now, again, very easy concept to understand. However, what a lot of people seem to underestimate is, again, the amount of time it's going to take, the amount of energy that it's going to take, the amount of attention that it's going to take. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people don't know the process of losing weight, right? Some people think calories in, calories out. Other people think it's by fixing your hormones. Whatever it is that's specialized to you is the answer. However, a lot of people won't do the research. A lot of people won't do the research on creating a meal plan that optimizes their hormones, or a lot of people won't do the research to create a meal plan that makes sure that they're hitting all their macronutrients and even their micronutrients. They're not going to do the research to see how much water they should drink, how much protein they should eat, how much carbs they should eat, how much fat they should eat. They're not going to do that. A lot of people, what they're not going to do is they're not going to try out different workout styles. They're not going to try a cardio only based workout. They're not going to try strength training workout, strength conditioning workout. They're not going to try the hybrid athlete workout where you do both cardio and strength training. They're not going to do things where you just stabilize your core, like Pilates or yoga or things of that nature. They're not going to do those things, right? They're not going to research. They're not going to trial and error. So of course, if you're not investing time, attention, and energy into these things, it's not going to happen. And the hardest part when you're first starting is simply getting the right information. Now, when you're a child, the best route that you can take is by doing your own research. It just helps you with better development. Delayed gratification, things of that nature. When you're an adult, I'd say past the age of 25, and you're able to have a job to where you're at least able to save some money every here and there, then the best thing that you can do is hire an expert. Hiring an expert, the thing that would have taken you 6 months to a year to figure out through study, like it did them, because they're an expert, they have experience in this area, 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, or whatever their degree is, or whatever their self-study time is. Because they've already done that, when you pay them, they're going to give you a plan that's going to give you ultimately what you want, right? Just think of it like if you invested in a personal trainer. Personal trainer is going to give you a 6-week diet plan, 8-week diet plan, 12-week diet plan, whatever. And then some of them may even have a conversation with you to see, what you like, what you don't like, so they can create a customized workout plan that's going to help you stay on track. Now, that's step one, right? You have the information. That's the wisdom. Okay. Next thing is, it's very simple. Again, a lot of people make this more complicated than it has to be. It's very simple. First thing you do when you wake up in the morning is you get dressed and you go work out. You go outside. Now, most people just have excuses. Now, here's the whole thing, right? Before I get into the excuses part, the whole thing is about figuring out who you are as a man and then trying to get around that. All right. So what I mean by that is the version of yourself who you are right now. When I say, okay, go get up every day and work out, there's a part of you that's like, I'm not doing that. I'm lazy. I don't have the energy. I don't have the money, whatever type of bullshit excuse. It's your job to recognize that's a bullshit excuse and then call yourself out on it. And then figure out how you can hack your mentality to say, okay, well, bro, like what does it take for me to switch into that gear that helps me work out? This is just this case, right? Now, for some of you, you need motivational videos. So you type on YouTube motivational videos. You need that David Goggins, that Eric Thomas, that Les Brown, that, what's that man's name? That Tony Robbins, the whatever, right? You need somebody in your ear to be like, yo, bro, you can do it, right? Some of you guys need that. Some of you guys just need a women outside motivation, where you have a woman that says, "Oh, baby, you can do it," right? There's something that you have to figure out as a man. Everybody's different. Personal development, personal growth is simply the relationship that you have with yourself. If you could understand yourself, then you could understand how to put yourself in a certain state to then do certain actions to then get the things that you ultimately want, right? A great example of this is now I don't watch this show, but I saw this clip and I absolutely love this clip. It was The Amazing Race. You guys ever heard of this? Essentially, if you've never heard of this, if you're a foreigner or something, The Amazing Race is simply it's like a bunch of couples sign up. Sometimes they're friends, sometimes they're married, sometimes they're, just couples. And then they go on like this really huge race. Sometimes it's state to state, sometimes it's country to country. Anyway, it's literally an amazing race. Well, the clip that I've seen, I don't know the context or anything. The clip that I've seen is this guy was really down and out. And he was like sitting on the wall, practically giving up. And his girl needed him to get in the zone, right? So she doesn't go over there and she doesn't go, "You need to snap into the zone. What's wrong with you? You're on television. People are seeing you be a weak little punk. Da, da, da." She doesn't go over there. What she does is she goes over there and she puts her hands on his face. And of course she's whispering on the show, but the mics, they're mic'd up so it picks it up. And she essentially she baby talks him, right? She's like, "Who's my strong little man?" or something like that, whatever. Now, if you open the comments, people were laughing at him, and people were laughing at him, and that's pretty much it. Like, "Oh, I can't believe he needs that type of to be talked to like that." But again, the clip is so powerful because the moment she did that, it literally took her 15 seconds. The moment she did that, he snapped back into it. They were back into the race, and it's that's the game, right? She knows her man enough to know that there's no amount of yelling that's going to get him in that zone. There's no amount of belittling that's going to get him in that zone. He needs this simple encouragement. She knew exactly what to do to change his state to get him into the zone. Now, of course, having a great partner, your partners should be able to do that for you. But again, the rule of thumb is don't count on anybody but yourself. So you want to know exactly what you have to do to yourself in order to get yourself in that zone to then continue pursuing the goal or the mission that you ultimately have. So again, it's about that. It's simply about understanding what it is that you have to do. How do I get from point A to point B? If I want to go from out of shape to in shape, you guys know it's basically watch your food, exercise, and do these things consistently. However, that's not where the problem lies. The problem lies in the average person not knowing how to stay consistent or stay disciplined. Now, you may be strong in one area, but if there's one thing I've learned from coaching so many guys is that just because you're strong in one area, that doesn't mean you're strong in every area. And so you may be able to rah-rah yourself in one area, but doing it in a different area is completely different. So that's where the journey is for you as a man. It's figuring out what am I doing? What's the mission? And then what's the problem of why I can't complete it? Now, some of you guys, you need outside help, which I highly suggest that you inquire a consultation with me in the description, right? We can figure that out. We can deep dive into it. But others of you just that's the simple the game for you. So whether that's going to the gym, whether that's making more money, whether that's talking to women, whether that's getting aligned with your creator, whatever it is for you, understand that the thing that drives you as a man is having a well-defined goal or mission at hand and then waking up every single day and chasing after it. Point blank, period. There is no shortcuts. There is no excuses. There is none of that. It's simply asking yourself, what's my mission, right? I'm going to ask you a question right now. What's your mission, right? Most people can't tell me off the top of their head. That's fine. But do you have a journal? If you don't have a journal, you're not in the game. Why do I say that? Because your journal should have your mission. What are you working on? Like, what are you doing? What are you ultimately getting up every day for? You understand what I'm saying? And if you don't have that, then I can almost guarantee that you're lost or your life isn't as good as you want it to be. And that's exactly why, because you stopped giving yourself exactly what it is that you ultimately want. You understand? You've been listening to your boss. You've been listening to your job. You've been listening to your friends or colleagues, or even your relationship. You've been listening to your girlfriend or your wife. But ultimately, the only person who could tell you what you want is you. But you can't get mad at the outside world if the outside world tells you to do something and you do it, because that means that they were able to convince you to do something. And the only reason why they were able to convince you to do something is because you had nothing else going on. Does that make sense? The reason why I can say no to people is because I have things I have to do, right? Those things are going to ultimately lead to my desires or my goals. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's very important that as a man, you define your mission, whatever that mission is. And again, don't let me use these words like your mission and you feel like you have to go solve world hunger. Now, if that's what you want to do, great. But again, it doesn't have to be that. It could be, bro, I'm trying to lose 10 pounds, or bro, I'm trying to talk to girls, or bro, I'm trying to get a girlfriend, or bro, I'm trying to start a business, or bro, I'm trying to get aligned with my creator. Whatever the goal is, right? It can be as simple as you want it to be, or it could be as complicated as you want it to be, right? And again, don't limit yourself. A lot of people limit themselves when it comes to their imagination. Just think about it right now. I don't really like to talk about my personal life anymore, but now, bro, I'm in a different country and I'm searching up real estate and I'm thinking like, bro, I'm in a completely different country, learning a different language, talking to different types of women and searching up houses. Like, it's insane. I would have never thought this of myself 10 years ago. But again, it's simply because I kept following my mission after mission after mission after mission. And then I figured out like, oh, wow, this is what I ultimately want. And then now I'm in the process of getting it, not even chasing it. I'm in the process of obtaining it. And so my whole message for you before I have to go pick up these groceries, like I have somebody delivering me groceries right now. My last message to you, at least for right now, is simply define your mission. And once you're able to define your mission, whatever it is that you want, it could be as small as you want it. It could be as complicated as you want. It could be one thing. It could be 15 things. Okay. But define that mission. And then every single day that you wake up, you go after that. Okay. Because again, nobody cares whether you get your mission or not, because everybody is focused on their mission, right? And that's just for the people who are actually playing the game. The average person is just doing whatever they believe other people want them to do, okay? And if you're a member of this channel, then you already understand that you have more confidence than that, and you're going to do exactly what you want to do, not other people because you want their approval so badly, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this talk. I've got to go get these things, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.